Hi there. Welcome to Soul with a Love, where we explore that love is safe, and if it's not safe, it's not love. And in our mini series about the 5 lies about love, we are on number 4 right now, and that lie number 4 is you have to earn love. People pleasing and performance as love habits. So you had some interesting things you were talking about. You should actually have the back scene story about the stuff we talk about, because
oh my goodness,
it's so good.
All this stuff. But you know what? It's about becoming authentic, I think, and in that process of getting to know yourself. But when I think back to my big loves and the stuff that
were not really loves, they were big infatuations.
Your journey, right?
We think it's love. That's the thing. When you feel so passionate and you think, oh, I found the one, and it's like taking over your whole being, I guarantee you, that is not love. That's not love yet.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. It doesn't mean it's wrong, but it's not love yet.
Yeah.
Because when you get to the real love stage, it's quiet.
Yeah.
It feels beautiful. It's juicy in a quiet way. It's a really interesting factor, actually. Like, now that I experience it with my husband, it's like, it's such a really cool feeling.
It's a calmness.
To know that our love is safe. And there's nothing more amazing for me. Like, and he will tell you it's the truth. It's like we're driving and I say, oh, I love you. And he'll say, I love you back. And there's like no weird things. You know,
games.
No games. Like when you're with the right person, you say it and it feels perfect.
Yeah.
When you're the wrong person, it's like, oh my God, should I tell them? What are they going to say?
Yeah.
What are they going to think?
Yeah.
And you go in this whole thing, or you say it and they say it back, but it feels flat.
Or if you do this, it means you love me. Or if you do that, like, it's contingent. And I was dealing away everything when I was young. It was like, my spirituality, I don't need that. Living in the city, I don't need that. I'll move into the God's
boonies.
country, the boonies. I would have died. It's like putting an eagle in my eye. But I was willing to do all that. And I do feel like as you mature and you start to become more aware of yourself, and after these big loves that I had or thought I had or whatever, and when you finally wake up that day and you realize, you have to love yourself. And it's not just, it's not just
about people pleasing.
It's not about pleasing a mother-in-law or a sister-in-law or a husband or your boyfriend. It shouldn't be contingent on, if you do this, I'll love you. It means you love me. No. Sometimes you don't want to do that. Or sometimes it's about respect.
That's why it's important to put in that definition of love that I created. Like, love is wanting the best for you are respecting
I love it.
my needs.
Yeah.
Like, this is a silly example, but it's a good example. Let's say your partner asks you to drive them to work that day because their car is in the shop.
Right.
And that day you're not busy and it's fine. So you're going to drive them there and it's cool. You're happy you did that for them. This following day you have a big presentation, and if you drive them to work, then your presentation is going to suffer. This promotion you've been looking for is going to suffer. And so if you go and you do it, now you create resentment because you were trying to people please. If you say, honey, I love you, but I cannot do that today, then you don't build the resentment. And my background, I was a holistic chiropractor. And with women, I've seen this, like, breast cancer is often connected with overgiving the self to the other. It's a dangerous thing to do, to people please and try to make them feel love at the expense of the self. You cannot cheat this system. This is like, it's all energy. We think, it's only physical, but we are beings of energy. And you cannot drain a system without having repercussions on the system. That's why it has to be a two-way street. Like, I want the best for you.
You can make a compromise if you wish to, as a couple or whatever, but the point is getting to that point where you realize, no, I can't do that. That'll deplete me, and if it depletes me,
it's not good for either one of us.
Right? And And that is really an important point, because I do believe also there's way more respect, and it's a lot more interesting to be with somebody who has independent values.
Exactly, because otherwise you become like a
bored.
doormat. You become a
Yes.
doormat. You're telling that person
Yeah.
they're so much better than you,
Yeah.
and you don't like. They don't need you after
Yeah.
a while because you feel like they
You
like
lose the person that attracted you to each other too. You know, there's something that obviously attracted to you, and I think that is really the key to maintaining a relationship, to finding it, but also to maintaining it. Yeah.
And something that's very interesting also is like if you fall in love with someone because, which is infatuation, because they're a powerful business person. That thing you're infatuated with is the thing you're going to try to destroy. That thing you're infatuated with is the thing you're going to try to destroy. Because you are infatuated with this high, powerful person, and then you're going to experience the other side. You know, you're infatuated with the high power. There's a price to pay for the high power, you know? Sometimes
that's not to say people aren't in love. She's not like with people who are accomplished or whatever. That's not what you're talking about. It's that high you get from a bad boy or the guy that drives around, I don't know, in some vehicle. Or I've heard actually women say this, and I find it amazing. It's this checklist. Oh, and he's got to have this kind of job and this, and I just start laughing. I'm like, okay, girl. You know, I line them up all in my kitchen, and I'm like, okay, good luck, have fun.
But truly, it's fascinating. Like, think back on the, you know, when you first met maybe your ex or your partner that you have now. The thing that you enjoyed the most is the thing that you end up resenting the most also. If you really enjoy them because they were chilled and you thought, oh, it's so cool that they're so chill, now you're bored with it. Now you want to make them less chill. It's like, like, that's why it's so important to be conscious in love. Love is not this fairy tale story that takes you on a trip, you know, into another world. It's something that's beautiful, that you build through experience, to being conscious, to wanting the best for the other person while respecting your own needs. And as you do that, you gain mastery. That's why I love saying that a romantic relationship is a spiritual evolutionary tool, because the only way you're going to be able to be in a great relationship is if you learn to love who you are and become aware of who you are, and you become aware of what love is, which is not people pleasing. It's wanting the best while respecting your needs. Because we talk about boundaries, like you don't have to have like these set in the sand rules, like there's a line, this is my boundary. The boundary is when it's good for both of us, yay. And if you go, you know, like I was saying, like, I'm going to drive you to work that day, but tomorrow I don't drive you to work. Like, the boundary was created, but how? From love, not from ego, not from some rules you read in a book, but from this place where you want the best for yourself.
And that evolves.
Yes, it's not static.
It's
exactly.
Not static. It evolves through different periods in a relationship, through different age, through, you know, and if it doesn't evolve, well, that's where the problem is, because it isn't a static thing. And when I first got single, I used to later mentor other women. I say, there are no rules now. You're out of that 30 years. I want to tell you, there's a new set of rules. The news are the ones that you're creating, the evolution of yourself. Figure it out, become aware, experiment. Meet someone, have conversations, see what that's like, you know, and work on what you're feeding your brain, right? Put that portfolio of wellness together, right? Go to Extreme Freedom, work with, you know, there's so many resources, but the first step comes with you're wanting to do something, to love yourself.
I guarantee you that the game you're playing right now on planet Earth is you want to bring the best out of yourself. If you become conscious that you are here to grow in love and wisdom, to bring your essence into the world, then you're going to feel fulfilled. You're going to be someone who's fun to hang around with. Like everybody out there, like, it sounds corny maybe, but like, it's like a flower. You have a rose, you have a lilac, you have a daisy. Every flower has an essence. And when the flower brings the best out of its essence, it's a gift to the world. And so when you spend time discovering, who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? And you become connected to yourself, you will feel happy. Because otherwise, it's like, if you speak to me and while you speak with me, I'm looking around and I'm not paying attention to you. If we were in a long-term relationship, you would feel like I don't care for you. You might feel depressed. Well, your heart is speaking to you all the time. It's whispering to you like you're worthy of love, like admit your dreams and your aspirations. And as soon as you start doing that, then you increase your self-worth. Let's say if you tell me you like Thai food, next time we get together, I make a reservation at a Thai restaurant, you would feel a little velour, you would feel like, wow, not only did she listen to me, but she did something for me. And that's the same thing that happens when you start listening to your heart and you start doing something for your heart, you increase your joy. You know that you are bringing the best of yourself in the world. And it's not a selfish act, because part of bringing the best out of yourself is you want to experience love. So you're going to want to be a truly loving person. And by being joyful and fulfilling, like this essence that you have, you serve the world.
And that takes work.
That takes work,
That
exactly.
takes work.
And they live happily ever after. That doesn't exist. You need to do the work. And if you do that, you'll never have more pleasure than pain in life. Either you stay in your comfort zone and you feel miserable, or you do the work and you feel happy. It's up to you. So if you enjoyed this episode, please like it, follow us, share it with other people. And remember that love is safe. And if it's not safe, it's not love. And download the Happy Relationship Checklist. And we'll see you some more.